Isn't that Ahmed from Pop the Balloon? Yeah, no way. He's gonna marry Sumaya? No way. Wow. Okay. And the mom's like, guys, what's all the whispering about? What's going on? You know Somali moms. Straight, raw, forward. The mom's like, what's going on? Hoyo, hoyo, come watch this. Muhammad auditioning. Inna lillah. Nah, Sumaya, kala, kala, kala. You guys know Somali moms. Hoyo, what's this? Huh? Nikan sakajank. What's he doing in my house? لما قالت لنا waxaa ka soo weysa wiil fiican. You're gonna make Sumaya's life hard, man. Ahmed, what are you thinking? Right? Sumaya's life is gonna be difficult now. She's gonna be embarrassed. She's gonna be character assassinated because of you. Naya, nikan sakajanka, what's he doing in my house? Dad's gonna come. Abba kala Sumaya. Abba kala. Assalamu alaikum, guys. How you been? Good to see you all. It's been a while. But today we're talking about Pop the Balloon Somali edition. These are 10 things you should know before you end up in that type of a scenario or situation. 10 things, and each one is going to get a lot more intense. Check this out. Number one, anytime in life you want to get into a scenario or a situation, example, this type of scenario, Pop the Balloon type of thing, what is the end goal? You got to ask yourself, what is the main goal? What are they trying to get to? So for many of these non-Muslims, when they do these type of things, it's there to actually build, platonic relationships, casual relationships, one-night stands. Or for the sake of argument, let's say it's to find love, okay? But we are Muslims. The structure and the design of how we find love has already been created for us. So for us, when we go to them and we imitate and we follow their ways of how they find love and platonic and all of the things that they do, because their understanding of love and relationship is way different than how we understand love and relationships, right? Many things that are okay with them is not okay with us. Things that are pure and halal for us is not halal and pure for them. They see it as bad. So as a Muslim, where you position yourself is very, very important, because by doing what they do, what you're saying is that what they're upon is correct and what we're upon is incorrect. So you're discrediting Islam as a Muslim when you put yourself in that type of scenario, which is extremely, extremely unfortunate situation as a Muslim to be in, right? Because that's what people will see. Imagine when Pop the Balloon people hear, oh, hey, the Somalis are copying you guys. How do they feel? They feel, hey, we're the upper class and they're the middle class. I mean, they're the lower class, right? And so the Muslim should never be in such a position where you degrade yourself, all right? So understand the goal and the purpose is different than the goal and the purpose as we would have as Muslims. Number two, anytime you're that in type of scenario, it's an inferior position. I don't understand as Somalis, right? Let's specifically talk as my Somali brothers. I love you guys. But why do we have to imitate the non-Muslims in the deviant things? Why don't we imitate them in the halal positive things, right? Why don't we, there's space X. Why don't we create space Y, right? Owned by a Somali brother, mashallah, a Muslim brother. Why don't we, there's Apple. Why don't we create orange? Why don't we add value to humanity in the things that are beneficial in nature? Why do we have to imitate them and follow them in ways that are extremely wicked? And so when you put yourself in this type of situation, automatically you are in an inferior position. And the Muslim should be never in an inferior position. Never ever put Islam in an inferior position. Because when they see you, they see your values. They don't just see you as an individual. You have a sister up there, she's wearing her hijab. You have a brother up there, you know what I mean? It's just, and his name's Muhammad. Billah alaykum ya akhwa. We'll get to that later on. Number three, قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من تشبه بقوم فهو منهم. Whoever imitates a certain group of people, he is among them. You imitate the righteous and the salihin and the good people, you will be with them in dunya and in akhirah. You imitate the wicked and the most deviant of people, you will be with them in dunya and in akhirah. أنت مع من أحببت. You will be with the ones that you loved. The ulama in the explanation of this hadith, من تشبه بقوم فهو منهم, whoever imitates a certain group of people, he is among them. They say before there was an imitation on the outside, there was an imitation in the inside. You have to admire somebody in the inside for you to actually imitate them on the outside, which is very dangerous. All right, very, very dangerous. And number four, an ayah. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say about this topic here? وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا أَهْوَاءَ قَوْمٍ قَدْ ضَلُّوا مِنْ قَبْلِ. Do not imitate, do not follow the desires of people who have been misguided before and they have misguided many. وكذلك another Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا. Do not follow the ways of who have disbelieved in our ayat. يعني when we follow the kuffar in their extremely wicked ways, right? We are breaking grounds from the Quran and the Sunnah. We're breaking away from the Quran and the Sunnah. This is something that is humiliating, Allah, humiliating, right? Not only as a Muslim and as a Somali, even as a human being, you should feel in such, it's such a degrading position to be in. Allah, the Muslim and the Mu'min's position is so high. Everyone is supposed to follow you. Everyone is supposed to have, you know what I mean? When you come in the room, everybody should respect you. Everybody should honor you. But when the tables have turned. In the Sahaba, sometimes from the Salaf, a little bit short story, sometimes when the Sahaba and the Muslims in the time of Umar and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and the Sahaba in the era of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, they would send messengers to the Romans and the Persians. So if there was a Roman king, what he did sometimes was so that the Muslims would bow down for him, because they would never, the Sahaba, you send a Sahabi somewhere, he's not going to bow down to no kafir. So what does he do? He created a small entrance space so that when the Muslims are coming in, they would have to bow down for him. Yeah, look at this guy. So, and the Sahaba, when they knew that we lost nowadays, is that you are a symbol of Islam. By degrading you, they degrade Islam. So what did some of the Sahaba, what would they do? They would have, when they realized the position, they read the environment, they would go in backwards. They would go in backwards first instead of heading head first. Yani look at all what? To protect the honor and the legacy of Islam. What are we doing here, ya ikhwah? When we follow their ways. When we follow their ways. Number 5, one could say, the Najib, how come they get to do all the fun things? How come they get to do all the amazing fun things that are so cool and I can just become famous overnight? Why? Great question. Because our realities are different. Our perception and our realities are way different from one another. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الدنيا, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, this life that we're living in, سجن المؤمن, it's the prison of the mu'min. وجنة الكافر, and it is the Jannah of the kafir. يعني the mu'min has hudud, the boundaries that Allah has set, the mu'min stays within those boundaries. Honors it, respects it. As for the kafir, he has no limits, no hudud, no morality, no ethical values that are holding him, except a little bit of decency here and there. And so they're capable of following their desires to the highest level. They can do it all because this is their Jannah. But you are a mu'min, you are a Muslim. You're looking to get to live a good life in dunya, a clean, pure life in dunya, and you want Jannah in the hereafter, a life of eternal bliss where you can do anything. Anything. So, but you cannot make the argument which is, I want the reward of the mu'min and the lifestyle of the kafir. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. No one is going to accept that from you. Allah will not accept it from you. We're not going to accept it from you. You cannot do that. Okay? So you have to be intelligent when you're thinking and how you analyze these things. You have to be intelligent. Don't let just do it. You only live once. You know what I mean? Enjoy life. You're young. You can do it all. No. Passion with purpose. Passion with purpose. All right, let's continue, guys. Number 6. Let's say you do this. You go and pop the Balloon Somali edition. You audition and you go there and the whole world watches you and all the fun and the hype is over and all the entertainment is over. Then what? Reality is going to come to you. One day you want to get serious. Brother Ahmed wants to get serious and he wants to get married. He goes to a family, right? The family, parents are clueless. The sister, if you get through the sister and she accepts you, you're like, Allah forgives. I made mistakes. Alhamdulillah. And the sister, she lets the door for you. She opens the door for you. Okay, you go to the family. When you get to the family, the parents are clueless. They don't know these things. But all the teenagers and all the young people in the family do. Isn't that Ahmed from Pop the Balloon? Yeah, no way. He's going to marry Sumaya? No way. Wow. Okay, and the mom's like, guys, what's all the whispering about? What's going on? You know Somali moms. Straight, raw, forward. The mom's like, what's going on? Hoyo, come watch this. Ahmed auditioning. Inna lillah. Na Sumaya kala. You guys know Somali moms. Hoyo, what's this? Nikan sakajank. What's he doing in my house? لما قالت لنا waxa ka soo weysay wiil fiican. You're gonna make Sumaya's life hard, man. Ahmed, what are you thinking? Right? Sumaya's life is gonna be difficult now. She's gonna be embarrassed. She's gonna be character assassinated because of you. Naya, nikan sakajanka, what's he doing in my house? Dad's gonna come. Abba kala Sumaya. Abba kala. Abba nin sharaf ikena kuda. Hey, what's this guy? Nin ayal suqa, what's he doing in my house? What's he doing in my house, Abba? Dadka maxaa ula hortaga hadda? Yani, come on, guys. Come on, guys. That's what you do when you don't think ahead and you don't think about, you're not realistic with yourself in life and you put yourself in dangerous situations. Flip the script for Sumaya, right? She's meeting the guy's family. Everybody's like, oh, that's Sumaya from Pop the Balloon Somali edition. Yep, 100,000 people are down with the video, guys. Oh my God. Hoya, Abba Kale. This is Sumaya, the girl that Ahmed brought to the house. Oh my God. What Ahmed Okale? Naagtan ciyaal suuqada ah maxaa guriga igu keentay? You know Somali moms, guys. Somali moms waa taqaanin. I'm not gonna lie, they will be raw. What is this lady doing in my house? All right, forever you have just tarnished your image. Tarnished. If you don't think ahead, this is what will happen. Okay, so number 7, a destruction of one's honor. A destruction of one's honor. It's a given. By the time you step foot in, you've destroyed your honor. You've destroyed your honor. وقال الله تعالى ولا تلقوا بأيديكم إلى التهلكة. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not be self-destruction. Don't self-destruct. Don't destroy yourself with your own hands. And that's what you're doing initially when you join these type of things. Pop the Balloon Somali edition, TikTok hype and life, two different things. Be intelligent in how you move. Right? Your honor is your face value. Once you destroy your honor, your face doesn't have value. Wherever you go, people will look away. The same friends who pushed you towards it, tomorrow they're going to be looking away. You got to be intelligent how you move. Number 8, naive people live harsh lives. When you're naive, you fail to realize that this life is harsh. And if you're smart, you realize that. If you do dumb things like this, you're going to realize by being naive, life is going to be so hard at you, you're going to have it very difficult. And all of that is because you put yourself there. You put yourself in such a situation in which you destroyed your image, you discredited your deen, you were inferior to a kafir just because you wanted to follow their ways for a little bit of hype, a little bit of fame. Right? We want to follow the trend of fame. Subhanallah. So how does one find true love then? Number 9, how does one find true love? My brothers, قال الله تعالى فمن اتبع هداي فلا يضل ولا يشقى. Whoever follows the guidance of Islam, the Quran and the Sunnah, he will never be misled, she will never be misled, nor will they suffer in Dunya or in Akhirah. Marriage is a legislated Sharia program. We have it in our lives. The structure and the design is all there. There's a little bit of room for culture to come in. There's a little bit of room for a few other things to come in, but the design and the structure of marriage is built. Follow the design and the structure. Follow the halal way. Follow the pure way. And I promise you, Allah will give you barakah. When we go out of our way and think, you know what, I'm desperate, which is another thing. When you join the Somali Pop the Balloon, you look very desperate. It's just aib, subhanAllah, very aib. But when you join these type of things, you know what will happen? You're saying to Allah that I have to follow haram ways to find love because you're not enough for me. Because, oh Allah, and Allah said, Alaysa Allahu bikafin abda. Is Allah not enough for his slave? But indirectly, what are you saying? When you follow haram means, and this is in anything, generally speaking, but especially this type of scenario where you go to Pop the Balloon Somali edition. What were you saying? You're saying, I believe in myself, oh Allah. I can get it done in a haram way. I don't need to do it the halal way. And so, when you're not smart and you're not intelligent and you move that way, how in the world are you going to find barakah in life? How do you find success in those type of ways? How? You tell me, brothers and sisters. Tell me how are you going to find barakah when you told Allah, I can do it myself, and whether halal or haram, I don't care how I do it. I'm going to build my family, whatever it takes. Craziness, right? Yeah, okay. Video is getting long. Last thing, number 10, guys. Number 10 is to all the people who are running the program. We want to say to you guys, ittaqillah. Ittaqillah. Fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of us, including me, we need to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, Allah will give you a way out. Allah will help you fight your desires. Allah subhanahu will give you a great family. Allah will give you wealth. Allah will give you health. Allah will give you healthy children. What do you have to do? What's the condition? Protect the boundaries that Allah has set. Have taqwa. Be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will succeed in dunya and in akhirah. The video was long. Send it to all the brothers and sisters who you think are heading this direction, right? No one's perfect. The brothers and the sisters who are even planning this, they might have good hearts, but it's not enough to have a good heart. You can't be deviating the community. You can't be destroying the Muslim community. You can't be creating an environment where you're discrediting Islam. And those people the balloon people and the culture of the West, you know what you're saying? Your culture is inferior. Superior than us. And automatically they will look at us as inferior people. So Somalis have always stood at a strong angle for the Islam and Muslims. Don't weaken us. Okay? When we see the Somali, we see a strong foundational Muslim. Okay? Nowadays, don't embarrass the Muslims by running along with this Somali addition thing, okay? And deviating the community. Ittaqillah, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay? You will succeed in life. To all the brothers all of you guys, I love you guys all for the sake of Allah. It's nothing but love. Make dua for us, inshallah, as we make dua for you guys. Stay up, stay strong, and inshallah, we hope the best for you guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.